guys, Jen Loves Wrestling here. Hope you're having a great day. So what we are going to do for you today is I am going to do a top matches and bottom matches from SummerSlam and TakeOver weekend. Since that is a lot of matches in one weekend, similar to how I did for the WrestleMania video, we're just going to do the top three and the bottom three. And as always, if you guys have any feedback, comments, questions, concerns, anything, drop it in the comment section. I know we're going to be skipping a lot of matches, but that's because, as I'm sure you guys felt as well, there was some really good standout moments from that weekend. There was some really not great stuff, and then there was a lot of in-between. So we don't want to go through every single thing and make this be a 25-minute video and bore everybody. But if I did not talk about a match that you would like my feedback on, feel free to leave it in the comment section and I will get back to you. So without further ado, we like to end on a positive note here, on a happy note here. We gotta watch our phrasing nowadays. We want to land on a happy note here. So we're gonna start with the bad. Okay, so I'm gonna just say the three matches that I liked the least from the weekend, the three matches that I liked the most from the weekend. These are not necessarily in any particular order. The bad, I'm gonna go with Bliss versus Eva Marie, because any segment involving Eva Marie, let's face it, that's gonna go in the negative column. And also, Bliss she needs either some more dimension to this character, or she needs a restart, and there's a lot of different ways that they could go about that. It would not be that difficult to get her out of the current state that she's in, and I understand that she loves what she's doing, and she is enjoying it, and that's fine, but for me as a viewer, it is getting a little stale. So let me know what you guys think, but I definitely think that we need to see some more dynamics from Bliss, some other stuff. It just kind of seems like it's the same thing over and over, but that's just my personal opinion on that one. Alright, so here's one that I think a lot of people are going to agree with, regardless of how much you are or are not a Becky Lynch fan. This was not a great way to bring her back. And yes, I know what you guys are going to say, and they are going to go the heel route with Becky here. And all I have to say is good luck with that. I just don't see that catching on. Bianca Belair versus what was supposed to be Sasha Banks, which already is going to get on the negative column for me because Sasha Banks is my favorite female wrestler, so her not being on the card was very disappointing for whatever the reason, but we thought maybe we would get Bianca versus who comes out as Carmella. So this basically just has been slowly, and this was the peak of destroying Carmella's credibility. She's a former champion, she's a Money in the Bank winner, and wow, that just made her look all sorts of terrible. So everybody is saying that this segment pretty much buried Bianca Belair, and I agree with this, but let's not leave Carmella out of the mix as well. She got made to look like a fool in this segment as well. Becky beats Bianca in like 20 seconds. No, that's a negative from me. And we're going to also go with Cole versus O'Reilly. It was actually hard to pick one from the TakeOver side of things. It was a solid card. It kind of got destroyed by a match that I'm going to later mention in the good column, and by destroyed I mean that in a good way, overshadowed. Most of the card was just okay. I'm going to go with the worst match of the card for me personally being Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly, just because I just did not need to see this again. There was nothing new, nothing was added. And it kind of felt like they were phoning it in, too. I felt like, and maybe it's because of who they had to follow, but I just kind of feel like they gave up with this. This match is particularly, but the whole feud in general, did not live up to the hype of what it should have been. So those are my negatives. Now let's go on to the better side of things. The good. Okay, here's a match that has gotten tremendously, in my opinion, underrated, and I really want to talk about this match. Sheamus versus Damian Priest. This I ranked so high up on the entire weekend. Now, I mostly want to talk to you guys out there. I was on the indies for about 10 years. If you are currently on the indie scene, if you are training to be a wrestler, if you are just getting started in the business, if you are new to the business, you would do yourself a service to watch Sheamus closely during this match. watch his positioning, his leadership. Sheamus, in this, I was so impressed by the little things that Sheamus did. And I'm not going to expose everything here. I'm not in the habit of pulling back the curtain. That's not what this channel does at all, ever. But if you do have wrestling experience, 1 day, 2 days, 300 days, it doesn't matter. You're going to know what I'm talking about. And just go rewatch that match. And congratulations to Damian Priest for pulling out the victory. New North American champion. This was a great, great underrated match. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Sheamus. Really showed why he's a veteran. Okay, so speaking of veterans, Reigns versus Cena. Got to put that on the plus side because it's Reigns and Cena. One of the things that really impressed me about this was Reigns' pacing. But the match in general, it was great. They worked exactly the way that they needed to. It was just really, really well done. Of course, you had the star power going in, but it also turned out to be a really, really good match too, which I think we all expected it would. And of course, that one's got to go on the plus side. And of course, you guys already know the match that everybody's talking about, the match that stole the entire weekend. Ilya Draganov versus Walter. Told you guys on the last video too, going in, this was going to steal the show the whole weekend, and it did. I mean, what can you really say? We knew this going in. Big congratulations to Ilya. I think he was, as obviously you guys know, big Imperium fan. I love Walter, but I think this was the right guy at the right time and the right build-up. Congratulations from Ilya. It feels so good to see these guys on an NXT takeover. So now the whole world can see what people like me, people like Sebastian have been seeing. What, the WXW crowd. Down since Cerberus with Ilya. So congratulations, our little Ilya's growing up. Real good to see. Absolutely loved it. Alright, and before we end here, I just want to touch on a few things from yesterday's NXT. I thought the show, it ended, the second half was better than the first half. Let me just put it to you like that. I don't want to say it started out slow, but there was a lot of stuff later in the show that I was not expecting, and I was super excited about. So I think the biggest turning point for me last night was Carmelo Hayes defeats Odyssey to become the new breakout tournament winner and also in line for a title shot. Hayes has been so impressive the entire NXT tenure, which has been a short one. But like I mentioned last video, him on the mic, my guy Andre Chase got knocked out early, so I was pretty much good with Carmelo Hayes taking this, and he did, and I absolutely think that this was the right call. So congratulations to Carmelo Hayes. Super excited to see him pick up that victory. It was done in the finish was real great too. Good solid match. Really enjoyed it. Would have liked to see Carmelo Hayes target those injured areas a little more if I'm being nitpicky about this match. But it worked because the finish was a roll up, so it was fine. And again, big congratulations to him. Great match. Speaking of possibly upset victories and excited, Exxon Quinn defeats Boa. What? Okay, first of all, they show this guy in the ring, and he does not look like he should be losing in 5 seconds to Boa as, we all expected. I was like, this does not look like a jobber. This guy should not be in this position. He's big. He has tattoos. He's a former rugby player. This guy is tough. He doesn't look like he should be doing the job tonight, and he didn't. He picked up the win. So this was one of the most shocking victories we've seen probably in a long time, right? I mean, how cool was this? It was so cool. Oh my god, I absolutely love it. I love when things like that happen, the unexpected. And again, this was the right call. This guy, if they were going to go with Boa winning a 5-second squash, it should have been a different guy. They didn't, and it was this guy picking up the W. Loved it. Good stuff. Your main, Legado versus Hit Row. Legado defeated Hit Row. I am a Hit Row fan. I don't hate Legado. I am a Hit Row fan. But the story here that I'm super excited about is the addition to Legado of Elektra Lopez. we finally have BFAB's counterpart. Yay, I'm so excited. As you guys know, I'm a Hit Row fan, but I'm really just bowled over, honestly, at the charisma, the presence, the star quality that BFAB has. We haven't seen her in the ring yet, and this is one more step in that direction, which I really am looking forward to. This is what I've wanted all along, and this was really well done. The finish was well done. She played into it. Good stuff, and I'm really looking forward to the future of this. So, that'll do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share, view, you did view, but share, and comment, like, all of that stuff. I love you guys. It's been a long day. I'm trying. Alright, so have a good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye!